Like what?
Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel Trishita Reads. And in this channel, I do reading challenges and talk about books and kind of try to motivate you to read books. So let's get on with the video. I went to a doctor, did a power checkup. My power has decreased, which is a good sign. And these are the glasses that I got. In today's video, I will be talking about how many books I read in the month of June. And I must tell you that June was amazing in terms of reading. I finished 15 books from my TBR, and I am so happy that this month was one of the most productive months I have had in a long while. Starting a booktube channel did it for me. I mean, it's been a long time that I have read 15 books in one single month. So here are the books that I read in the month of June. A little disclaimer before starting this video. I live in a very small apartment, and because of that, I always have a space crunch when it comes to books. I only have one bookshelf with me right now and one TBR cart kind of thing with me right now. I am planning to build a small bookshelf, but I will still have a space crunch. So what I do in the middle of the month is I donate or sell the books that I own to the other fellow readers, and that is the reason why I don't have any of the books that I read in the month of June with me, because most of the books are already gone and some of the books that are available with me are already packed and ready to be shipped. So when I will be talking about the books, I will be sharing the pictures of the books somewhere here. So you will also be able to see the books that I have read in the month of June. Now done with the disclaimer, let's finally start the video. I have obviously given rating to these books, so I will start with the books that I did not like at all in the month of June, and I will gradually move forward to the books that I absolutely loved and adored. So I hope that you stay and watch the full video to get some amazing recommendations by the end of it, because I know the books that I will be talking about at the end of this video are absolutely amazing, and I also want you to read those books and experience those books because they deserve it. Let's start with the first book. The first book that I read in the month of June and I absolutely hated was The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams, and it was so bad. I was so disappointed after I finished the book. I gave this book zero point 0.5 stars. I could have given it 0, but zero point 0.5 stars to the author just because she put some efforts in writing the story. This book was a basic friends to lovers romance novel. I also wanted to give Sarah Adams a second chance because I read one book by her before and I absolutely hated it. But unfortunately, I could not like anything about this book. So the two main characters in this book are Nathan and Bree, and both of them are best friends from childhood. And obviously, they do have feelings for each other, but because of circumstances, they cannot confess their feelings. Bree feels that if she confesses her feelings, her friendship will be ruined with Nathan, and Nathan feels that Bree thinks of him as a brother, and that's why he keeps on dating other women. And Bree is also obviously dating other men, but when it comes to their partners being insecure or being jealous of his or her best friends, they just remove their partners from their lives. That triggered me a lot. I hated the characters, and once you hate the characters, however well the story is written, it does not matter, because for me the plot and the characters matter the most. I felt like the humor parts of this book were forced. The author was kind of forcing these two characters to act funny or quirky or cheesy or whatever. I don't care. I just don't care. Also, the trope of this book was friends to lovers. Throughout this whole book, I could not see the actual building of any kind of friendship between these two characters. You might love this book, you might adore this book. It is just my personal opinion that I did not like this book at all. You can give this book a try. You can share your experiences after reading this book in the comments down below, and do let me know if you could relate to me also. The second book that I finished in the month of June was The Pearl Thief by Elizabeth Wayne, and I give this book 1 star just because its writing was better than Cheat Sheet. This book is a historical thriller, and when I read the blurb of this book, I was very fascinated. I picked this book up and I absolutely hated it. The plot was so badly executed that I could not even feel the thrill part of this story. A guy went missing, and I did not care anything about the guy in the first place. The second thing, the characters did not care about the guy. I don't know how by the end of the story everything gets solved, everybody knows everything, everything is sorted out, and I was so confused after I finished this book because I could not comprehend what actually happened, why it happened, how it happened, and when it happened in this story. The characters were one dimensional, and I don't know whose friend is who is the love interest, why is the love interest, and when did the love interest happen, when did the friendship happen, how she became protective about her friends, why she became protective about her friends. I could have given this book less, but just because of the writing, just because of the writing, I have given this book 1 star. The characters bad, the plot bad, and the execution is absolutely shit. The third book that I read in the month of June was Life Switch by Madhuri Banerjee, and I loved the concept of this story. The story is about two female characters, Nandita and Annie, and from the very beginning, I hated Annie. I know, I guess it was intentional by the author to show Nandita as a better person than Annie, and by the end of the story, something happened in the conclusion, and I hated Nandita also. My anger was on Nandita because from the very beginning I was rooting for her. I was feeling more connected to Nandita. I wanted her to do better things in life. I wanted her to succeed in life. But what happened at the end? But I feel like the conclusion was the downfall of this book for me, and my rating went straight from 3.5 stars to 1.5 stars. If you are educated, if you are doing good in your professional life, that does not give you the license to be a rude, basic, mean bitch to others. And that's what Annie was. When the author tried to whitewash Annie's character by the end of the story, I was like, no, not for me. No, this book was a big no for me because of that reason. We are finally getting to the better part of the video because now I will be talking about the books that I absolutely loved reading in the month of June. I did a little bit of cheating. I know that this book was part of my July TBR, but once I read the blurb of this book, I simply could not get this book out of my mind. I just picked this book up and finished this book in one sitting. The book's name is Count Karlstein by Philip Pullman. This book is a children fiction which has a mythical character in it whose name is the Huntsman, and this huntsman after a interval of time comes out and hunts his prey. Current Count Karlstein has a pact with the huntsman that he will give his two nieces as his prey for the next hunt day. And one worker, Hildy, gets to know about this, and this is the journey of how Hildy tries to save these two cousins from Count Karlstein and ultimately the huntsman. And I loved reading this book. The language of this book feels like a classic, but it was so easy to glide through. For me, this book had everything that I like in a children's fiction. First of all, mythical characters. Second of all, a bit of horror in it. This book has so many characters, but the author has done such a great job in introducing the characters to all of us readers. And when I finished this book, I was smiling. I am always a sucker for happy endings, and this book ended in such a sweet note, and I did give this book 3 stars. I only have one complaint from this book, and that is I wanted a backstory of the huntsman, how he became that legendary huntsman that everybody is afraid of, and it was not given in the story. I would have loved a dedicated chapter on him sharing everything that he went through. I just realized that 3.5 stars is the most common rating that I have given to the books in this list. The next book that I read feels very close to my heart because this book reminds me a lot of my childhood. The book's name is Aperture by Bhaskar Chattopadhyay. If you have read Byomkesh Bokshi and liked it, this is the book that you should definitely go and pick up. This book felt like if Byomkesh Bokshi was present in this timeline. This is how the story must have been written, and I am so happy to read a detective thriller where the detective is a Bengali and his accomplice is also a Bengali, and the whole setting is in Kolkata. Jonathan Maiti is a detective and his accomplice Prakash is a writer, just like Ajit. And I loved reading the banters of this duo. And the best part of this book was the chapters were short, crisp, and every chapter was ending in a cliffhanger, but I would have preferred if the book was a little bit darker. The romance that I really liked reading this month was Business Not As Usual by Sharon C. Cooper, and the trope of this book is opposites attract, and trust me, this story is executed so well. I fell in love with both Dreamy and Carter. I have read very few independent strong female leads when it comes to romances. Dreamy was such an inspiring character. She was was struggling a lot in life. She had her grandfather to take care of. She was studying also, but she was also doing a job in which she was giving her fullest. And even when she was going through all these hardships every day, she was such a bubble of joy. It was lovely to read about this couple who was so mature about life. This book made me giggle a lot. There were many funny parts in this story, but the funny parts of this book felt very organic. Just one thing did not sit right to me in this book. Dreamy was very dreamy in real life because she is eager to win a lottery and start a business of her own, and she is depending on her lottery win to fund her business. That feels a bit dreamy to me, but the story did end on a very good note, and I really liked this book. I will definitely go check out other works by Sharon C. Cooper, and I for sure will read other books by her in the future. The next book that I gave 3.5 stars to is Carpe Corpus by Rachel Kane. This book got a lower rating because of my mistake. I did not realize that this book was part of a series. This book is the sixth part in the Morganville Vampires series. I mean, not one, not two, but sixth part in the series, and that did affect my reading experience. The story has already progressed a lot in this series, and you pick a book that is towards the end of the series and you don't know what happened before, it becomes difficult to understand what is actually happening in the current story. Even though the author did an amazing job, to be honest, she was giving flashbacks at every moment where she felt like readers who are reading the book might forget what happened in the previous book or books. That did rescued me, that did help me to finish this book. I really liked this story. This is a very simple paranormal thriller, I can say, because the romance part happened between a human and a human, so we cannot say a paranormal romance. But this book has obviously vampires. There used to be a peaceful truce between the humans and the vampires. The villain comes and he takes power and he gives vampires the powers to break all the laws that were made in the truce. And it was so nice to read the power dynamics between the characters, where humans who are fighting against the vampires, some vampires are also helping them, but ultimately there are a lot of vampires who do not support the main villain, but they don't want to give the power they already got because of that villain. It was really nice to read a story like that. This series is very long, and I am not in a current mindset to buy a whole series which is this long and commit myself to read such a long series. So for now, I think I will skip reading this series, or I will put this series on hold and I will wait for the future. I guess a time will come where I will pick this series up, but I'm not sure yet. But I did really like reading this book. The next book that I gave 3.5 stars to is a very hyped book, and now people are talking about this book a lot because the second part of this book is coming out this month, and the book's name is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I was so scared before starting this book because one, I was reading this book in a 24-hour readathon. Second, this book was very thick. Third, this book was a fantasy. But when I started reading this book, I just flew through the story. The fantasy of this book gives a mixed vibe of Hunger Games and The Maze Runner. The fantasy surprisingly was very easy to dive into, even though there were a lot of characters in this story, but you can easily remember those characters when you are reading the book. Not only the main characters, the side characters were also amazing. There is thrill in this story, there is love, there is betrayal, there is killing, and I think that this book lives up to the hype. It is not the best fantasy that I have read. There are far better fantasies that I have read before, but if we talk about new releases, then this book definitely gives competition, and I am so excited to read Reckless. This is the final book that I have given 3.5 stars to, and don't kill me. Please don't kill me. The book's name is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, and I won't be talking anything about this book now because I am doing a reading vlog where I am reading the whole trilogy, and I will be sharing my experience of reading all the three books in that video. So you have to wait for that. I promise that this video will be coming soon, so please bear with me. The next book that I read is Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson, and I gave this book 4 stars. I am again not going to talk about this book now. You have to wait for the video. The next book that I read was Memories of Midnight by Sydney Sheldon, and I gave this book again 4 stars. Once you are a Sydney Sheldon fan, you will remain a Sydney Sheldon fan, and this book was not an exception. I absolutely loved reading the plot. One thing that I really, really like about Sidney Sheldon's books are the plots, and this book's plot was amazing. Each character had a significance in this story. It does not matter if the character was a main character or not. Every side character in this book had so much significance in this story. Something or the other was happening in each page. I mean, absolute bliss, absolute bliss. Only reason why I reduced 1 star was this book was not the best Sidney Sheldon book I have read. My favorite Sidney Sheldon book has to be Are You Afraid of the Dark? And I have not read a Sidney Sheldon book so far that has matched to that level. I am still way beyond in the list when it comes to reading all the books by Sidney Sheldon, because that person has written a lot of books and I am trying to incorporate more books by him because he is one of my favorite writers. So yeah, I did love reading this book, but this was not the best book by Sidney Sheldon according to me. The next book that I read is a thriller and I absolutely loved it. The book's name is The Devotion of Suspect X by Taigo Higashino. It is a translated Japanese fiction which has been adapted into a movie, Jani Jan. It's available on Netflix. And when this movie came out, I added this book in my TBR. This book is a whopping 4 stars for me. When it comes to building characters and showing the character arc in a story, Japanese literature hits the spot every freaking time. This thriller was so unique. I loved reading about these two scientific minds where one was trying to plot and bury the case and one was trying to solve the case. Especially when it came to the ending of this book, my jaw dropped to the floor and I did not expect it. I was so emotional at the end of the story. I was so devastated at the end of the story. The only one thing that did not work for me was how the translation was done. I felt like the writing was a bit scattered throughout the whole story. When it comes to translating Japanese books, I have seen this trend that the writing feels a bit scattered, when I guess in the original books it is not. Directly, it is not the fault of the author, but it is just the translation that did not work out well for me. I read this book in a 24-hour readathon. The next book that I have read is also a thriller, and I have given this book 4 stars again. This book's name is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Finney, and it is a domestic thriller. And oh my god, this book was so good. I read this book in a 24-hour readathon and I flew through this book. I loved the dark, gloomy setting of the story, and I did predict one of the final twists that happened in the story, but the final twist, absolutely, absolutely amazing. I was stunned after finishing the book. This book gave me an amazing experience, and I highly recommend this book to everyone. The second last book that I have read and absolutely loved in the month of June was Mrityunjay by Parak Om Bhatt and Raj Javia. This book is a mixture of modern thriller and Indian mythology. After reading the Hidden Hindu trilogy by Akshat Gupta, this book did hit that spot. And the only bad thing is this is the first book in the series and the other books have not come out yet. So I do have to wait for the other books to come out so that I can finish the whole series. But apart from that, there are 4 timelines in this book. There are multiple characters, and obviously, since this book has elements of Hindu mythology, there is so much knowledge that you can gather from this book. This book was a reread for me, and trust me, when I read this book for the second time, I learned new things because remembering a lot of information is very difficult. And when you are reading a book for only one time, it is difficult to absorb everything in you. But when it comes to books like these, I can reread the books many times. I don't have any complaints. And the reason why I did not give 5 stars to this book was only because the timelines and the number of characters were a bit confusing in the beginning, but the authors did provide a glossary at the end of the book, which did help me at the starting of this book. If you are looking for a good thriller with hints of Hindu mythology in it, then definitely check this book out. Or if you have read the Meluha series by Amish Tripathi, or you have read The Hidden Hindu by Akshat Gupta and loved it, then definitely pick this book up. Finally, the book that stole my heart in the month of June is none other than Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This book was so good. I did love both Frankenstein and the monster. One line from this book hit me hard.
You might be my creator, but I am your master.
You see the pain in Frankenstein when he is going through losses, and people who are close to him are getting killed by this monster one after the other. And I did feel so much sorrow for this guy. On the other hand, I felt pity for the monster too. This monster was asking for what? This monster was asking for a basic thing. This monster was asking for someone who can relate to him, who can give him company, and who, by the end of the day, listens to him, sees him, recognizes him, and is not afraid of him. He only wanted someone who was like him and with whom he can spend the rest of his life. If you think about it, that's the only ultimate goal every person has. In this fast-paced world, all of us has kind of sidetracked our relationships and our priorities have changed a lot. But when it comes to happiness, these are the basic things a person actually wants. This book actually gave me a reality check. This book goes straight to a 4.5 stars. The only regret that I have is I have not found my 5-star read for the month of June. My fingers are crossed. I sincerely hope that I find my next 5-star read in the month of July. These are the books that I read in the month of June. Comment down below the number of books that you read in the month of June. Which were the books that you liked the most? Which were the books that you didn't like at all? And thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. At least subscribe to my channel, please. It will motivate me a lot. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.